And we're live. Hello, everybody. I'm
Hello.
realizing in this exact moment that I forgot to put the captions up, which is a whoopsie doodle on my part, but now they're back. Welcome in
Woo.
to episode 5 of The Growing of the Dim. This is our penultimate episode, y'all. So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? We've got an amazing cast of folks that are telling the story together with us tonight. We'll just introduce them first of all before we go through our brief recap, and we will start with Becca.
Hello, I am Becca. I use she, they pronouns. I'm playing Willie Hickey, who uses he, they pronouns, who's a little bit of a jerkus, a little bit of a classic jerk.
Next up, we've got Omnis or Chris.
Hi, it's Omnis or Chris, whichever works. I am playing Travis Bagel, a teenage scout who seems to have a strong dislike for actual bagels. And both of our pronouns are he, him.
Next up, we've got B.
Hey, y'all, I'm B. I will be portraying Gemma, the reclusive eccentric who uses she, her pronouns while I use she, they pronouns. Mystery.
And Mystery. Last but certainly not least, we have Max.
Hi, I'm Max. I use he, they pronouns. And in this chronicle, I play Heather, popular, blonde, maybe falling for her childhood friend who uses she, her pronouns.
Heck yeah. And I'm Anita. I'm your GM of this evening. And bringer of chaos and ducks with guns, perhaps. Who knows? Uh,
That's just crackers.
Last time, the crew had decided to venture deep underneath Quincy in the series of tunnels that Joe Frizzetti, the local owner of the Italian restaurant, Joe's, the only real restaurant in town, showed them into, uh, were changed. Sorry, my brain scrambled for a second there. They turned a corner and found Kelly Hickey, Willie's little sibling, who was long lost and now returned, had appeared to them and said that men in suits showed up at the hospital, and she had to get away from them. The group of you decided to venture deeper into the tunnel, leaving Joe behind. Joe promised that he would call for help if you all didn't return, and you never did. So who knows what's going to happen. The group of you ventured deeper into the tunnels, finding strange fireflies surrounding you at one point. Realizing that they're almost biomechanical organisms made of what looks like metal and acrylic, or metal and glass. The discovery was made that Kelly can somewhat control these through some sort of technopathic ability. You all continued further in and found large cocoons of similar make and composition. And Kelly explained to you that they were sleeping. And then further in, just a little bit more, you discovered that one of them seemingly had woken up and smashed through the tunnel. Perhaps a few days ago, right about the time that Kelly reappeared. You realized that there were more people coming into the tunnels after you, potentially people in suits. You tried to hide in the forest. A few of you were spotted. A few of you got really, really good rolls and ran so fast and escaped without seemingly being spotted, made your way back to Gemma's house, and decided to have some sandwiches and lay low for a little bit, but were interrupted by the appearance of Cherry Monaco, a art dealer that Gemma is acquainted with. Cherry, upon opening the door and being let inside, asked Gemma how her run through the woods was. And that is where we ended last session. And Cherry, before we get to where we are, let's look at where someone has been. We pan in on turn of the last century, late 1800s, a mining town. There is workers walking through the streets, men and women in old-timey garb moving throughout. It's getting late, and a woman with sort of red hair tied in a tight bun walks towards her house for the night, just out for an evening stroll. And she comes inside. There's a man sitting at the table, very dirty, doesn't really pay her much mind. Where have you been? I was just out for a stroll. No, never mind. It's fine. All right. Well, I'm off to work. Gotta get this night shift out. Okay, hun. I'll talk to you soon. He stands up, just sort of places a hand on her shoulder, and walks out the door. She takes a cloth and begins to sort of wipe down the dirty spot where he was sitting. Sighs and begins to sort of go about a little bit more of a nightly routine, sitting down, just getting ready for bed for the night. There's this hum, high-pitched, and grows louder. There's also an accompanying sound, a rumble, as things on the tables begin to shake. The hum grows louder and louder, and there is a bright light that filters in from outside the window. The light becomes overwhelming. And she opens her eyes again and is standing on a paved street. There are vehicles. One almost hits her, and she cuts off to the side just a little bit. Still wearing the same sort of old-timey garb. There is... Mamas and the Papas are playing on the radio of the car that passes. And she looks around, not quite realizing well, huh. She passes in front of a store window, and a TV shows news from the day. Protests in California of women's liberation. She looks at it, sort of takes it in for a sec. Tilts a head to the side and begins to walk out of Quincy. Several years go past, and this woman is now standing on the stoop of an old Victorian house, or inside an old Victorian house. Thank you so much for letting me in, Gemma dear. So how was your run through the woods? You're muted.
I do enjoy a constitutional. Would you like a sandwich?
I would actually. That would be quite nice. I did actually bring those sourdough loaves that you requested.
Oh, well, thanks, Jerry. You're always good for that. I really appreciate it. It's oh goodness. And she kind of looks around, noticing that the place is a little bit of a mess, and kind of picks up some of the debris. I forget where everybody was.
They hid down the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
You covered up all the signs that they were there,
Right,
like the
okay.
glasses.
Oh,
There's
right. So I didn't pick any of that up.
There's like a cloth that's draped over top of it.
She kind of looks over at the paintings. Well, this is what I've been working on, but it's not really what I was thinking. It's just what's been in my brain. I'll be right back. Let me go grab some sandwiches. I'll right back. And she kind of just goes back through the double door into the kitchen, or the swinging door into the kitchen. Guys, I'm not sure what's going on. Did you hear that? And she'll pick up a dish and try to make some noise as she...
You're what?
She said
The lady?
she asked me how my run through the forest was. That's my agent out there, but I'm confused.
Wait, you have an agent?
Yeah, I'm an artist. I sell things anyway. And she reaches into the fridge and grabs out a pitcher of tea, and a couple of glasses. I'll grab some sugar for your tea. I know how you like it sweet. And
Thank you,
kinda
dear.
puts it all together. Pushes through the door. All right, a couple of glasses for tea, some little sandwiches. How long were you planning to be in town?
Oh, not long. I was just hoping to finish up some business here.
Oh, I didn't know you came to town for anything besides.
Oh, you know, I
to visit
always
me.
love taking in the air in Quincy.
Well, right, but you know, it's kind of out of the way.
It is, but it's worth it.
It's it's my refuge, you know.
It's so wholesome here. It reminds me of the good
That's-
old days.
In San Francisco?
Oh, well, yes.
Didn't you grow up in San Francisco?
Oh, I grew up here and there.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so did you rent a car, or how are you?
Yeah.
How are you out and about this way?
Well, I flew into Denver last night. I rented a car, and I decided that I'd swing in, see my favorite client, and see if there are any pieces. This is some interesting work as she's looking over the pieces from your current series.
Yeah, it's not my normal thing. I was
Isn't
really
this that
having
little
kind of
girl
a-
that went missing a couple years ago?
Yeah. I don't know if you know, but pretty much the whole town blamed me because I'm the weirdo on the hill.
I know. I remember. I
Um,
was there for that, and And
So,
you remember, she was actually there for when Kelly went missing. She was in town, weirdly, around that time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Well-
remember I helped you out with my lawyer friend.
Right. Yeah, it was. Gosh. Everybody needs a good lawyer friend, don't they? But so just kind of there's been a lot of feelings with her coming back, and I have kind of a, I don't know, I've always kind of felt trapped, even though I know I didn't do anything, and I'd never even met the kid. I don't know, I've just been processing a lot of feelings, I guess, but those aren't anything that's fallible. I have some ideas for a series about birds that I think would do really well in the gallery.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have any
but,
sketches?
Well, I did, but I sort of painted over that one last night. But you said you were leaving tomorrow?
I've got a couple of days here. I can always
Okay.
extend my stay.
Yeah, like I said, I've been distracted by just kind of all of these weird feels. So I've got like
Well, I always trust your process. You know how it is.
And and she points at this stack of sketchbooks that just kind of leans. There's some piles. So I'll just oh damn, I was gonna say we could meet for dinner tomorrow, but I don't know if you saw driving through town, like there was an explosion or something, and all the glass broke out of all the windows, and Joe's is out of commission.
Well, you did promise me a home cooked meal, if I remember correctly.
That's true. Oh, I've been so distracted.
That's
did you have
okay.
any requests?
Well, there was a seppuku that you made a few months back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would really much like that.
Got it.
Meanwhile, the group of you are hiding out while this conversation is happening in the back room. You can hear everything. What are y'all doing back there?
What kind of room is this? I don't know if this is a question for Anita or for B, really.
Let's ask B.
I figure you guys are kind of in the kitchen, it's one of those big old houses with so there's the kitchen, and then inside the kitchen is like the butler's pantry kind of area, and then there's a back staircase that would be the old servant staircase. And so I figure between those two spots that you've got kind of some spots you could have picked. I imagine she kind of pushed you into the servant or to the butler's pantry because it's pretty large and it has a window, but when she's not in there, you guys can of course spread out, but it's like a big old kitchen. It's been renovated, but it was like 15 years ago. There's a lot of paint cans on the counter, like little paint cups and things that are dried
okay.
But the cooking stuff is immaculate. Like the stove is spotless. The pots and pans are all put away. Like she is immaculate about her cooking. Her painting, everywhere.
See, I was really only asking this to get a read on whether or not we would able to find a notepad and a pencil so we could
of course.
talk without talking. But that was so much better.
There's a phone on the wall with a little notepad. Yeah, it's a yellow rotary phone.
Yeah, so we can write to talk, so we don't have to whisper and risk revealing ourselves. And I will rate random lady from out of town, comma, but was here when Kelly disappeared, question mark, question mark, question mark, suspicious as hell, underlined.
Suspicious as hell.
Willie would just point at it and then be like motion for the pen or pencil.
Yes. Yeah, no, I will give it to you.
Okay. It's and now Kelly back and she here. Hello. And he doesn't write hello, but
Ooh, hello.
ooh.
Yeah, I will give the eyes really open agreement.
Kelly's with us, right?
Oh, Kelly's standing there with you. It's just giving you all looks.
I forgot Kelly was with us.
Oh yeah, Kelly's been with you
from last week. Yeah.
Which one of you has the firefly?
I think I do.
In the little jar?
Yeah, it's still in the jar.
Asking it like that.
Do you have it like in a backpack, or is it just sort of sitting out?
Um, I don't know. I think it's probably sitting out. Like I might be even holding it because I remember taking it out.
So that you could look at it a
When,
little closer when you were here.
yep. Yes, I do.
You hear it begin to sort of buzz a little louder. And it begins to ping at the sides of glass jar. Just enough to go tunk, 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 tunk.
I'm 100% going to look at this thing and see, like, is it going after a specific spot or is it just trying to get away from a certain direction?
It looks like it's trying to get out of the jar.
Okay. I'm going to like point at it and then probably take the pen and paper and write out, like, do I let this thing go?
I'll look at Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ellie writes down I don't know. Probably not while she's here, right?
Does the bug have a vibe? Is it getting like a sense?
Is it just like generally freaking out, or is it trying to go a specific direction?
It's just trying to get out of the jar at this point, but it is buzzing a little bit louder. Like there's that sort of imperceptible hum that you noticed when you first saw the fireflies. This one is the hum is now getting louder, as though it's reacting to something.
Is it like audible? Like to
It's audible to you at the moment, but only because you're close by.
Mhm.
It seems to be. Make me a brains roll. Someone make me a brains roll real quick.
I will attempt. I was doing pretty hot with those last time. 17.
It is gradually, like with 17, it is very, very gradually, but it is getting louder. And it definitely is reacting to something, and this happened like almost the instant that Cherry walked through the door.
It knows her.
Anxiety or acknowledgement? Question mark. Acknowledgement spelled wrong.
I'm probably going to underline anxiety and then probably write, can we get out of here?
I will start looking for exit doors or a way to get to like another floor or anything like that.
There's like a window, right?
Yeah, but how big?
There's a back door out from the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So maybe we can just like slip that open and wait behind the house. Stay within the vicinity, but far enough that the bug is no longer anxious.
The back door out from the kitchen leads. So the back door out from the kitchen leads to like a mudroom, and then it goes out. It probably into the backyard. The backyard is sort of like this tall, overgrown garden, sort of in keeping with the front of the house.
Okay. And how far do we have to go for the bug to calm down?
So do you all try to leave without sort of, are you going to try and do this quietly?
I would like
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speed rolls, please. Or flight rolls, please.
It's like
Oh.
the need for speed.
We were talking about Cipher System earlier, and speed is one of the stats that you would have to
Okay.
use.
I've got a 9.
Okay. Ah. Chris,
I got
your
a
faces
10.
are amazing because I know when you fail every single time.
I got a 3. I've
Nice.
got only a D4.
Let me just try Kelly. Well, guess what? You didn't roll the worst. Kelly rolled a 1.
Oh god.
Oh, incredible.
No.
Ooh.
Can't she teleport?
She's worn. She's tired.
She's so tired right now, y'all, and like,
We just got here to eat sandwiches.
That's true.
she barely got through one of them before you got interrupted by Cherry. And like, she actually needs to sleep to recharge like any of the powers that she's got. Welcome in, Raiders from Misty Mountain Legends. It's good to see you. So she's tired. She doesn't have the juice in her right now to do anything, but she tries to sneak out with you. And just as you're about to exit, she knocks down one of the paint cups from inside the kitchen, and it smashes on the ground.
I'm gonna make a like it was a cat and like drag her to keep going.
Make me a charm roll, please.
You're
Most
charming, right?
ridiculous. Yeah, that's my best roll. With a 13.
A 13. It's a convincing meow. Oh, is one of the beetle cats back there? She. Let me just do a quick.
They're everywhere, so no telling.
Oh, no.
Everywhere.
There's 4 of them.
You rolled it was a 16?
13.
13? Okay. She sort of like enjoys the food and is just sort of sipping on the tea. There's the smash, a meow coming from the kitchen.
Oh, dang. What did they get up to now? I might have left the meat out. Let me go check. Excuse me, Cherry.
Oh, no worries.
Can I get you anything while I'm up?
No, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you so much.
Okay. Of course. And she'll kind of put her napkin down and head into the kitchen. What have you two got? George, where?
Is it possible for us to have left the notebook with a thing that said lightning bug was afraid?
I don't see why we would have taken it.
Did you leave it behind, or did you take it out with you?
I was saying like leaving the
Or are you just leaving a
Leaving,
note
like,
that
the-
says that the lightning bug was
Mhm.
afraid?
yeah, so that Gemma knows we just didn't vanish.
Okay.
I mean, she also would probably be able to see us
Yeah.
But
if she looked.
There's a window sort of looking out into the backyard as well.
okay, all right. I just didn't know if we were gonna make it out before she got back there, or if she would catch us at the act.
Is there a cat in the kitchen by any chance? Can I roll for the chance of one of the 4 being
Roll for cats. Roll me. Here, let me roll a percentile die real quick for cats. There are no cats in the kitchen.
Okay. She'll pick up a towel and wipe up the spill and throw the towel
It was
kind
a
of over her
50%
shoulder.
chance of cats, and you did
That's
not.
okay.
It was
That's
not a high
okay.
chance.
They're somewhere. She throws the towel over her shoulder, kind of wet, and she like looks out the window and just like does kind of if I catch your eye, kind of a shoe, and then she'll turn and she'll grab the a refill for the tea or something, or like she'll grab a plate of some snacky thing and
Okay.
come kind of scooting out the kitchen, and she'll kind of come out quickly. Oh, I don't even know what happened. Something broke a glass. There's water everywhere. Oh goodness, I didn't even bring the towel. Let me go put the towel back in the kitchen. I'm so sorry, Cherry.
Oh, it's all right.
I don't know what's.
And you see that Ringo is curled up on Cherry's lap.
No, she's such a good little girl, isn't she?
Absolutely precious.
She's my baby. No. Oh, I don't even care about the water. It'll take care of itself. She sits on the kind of plops into the chair next to Cherry. So, how are things in San Francisco? Tell me all about it.
Good, but apparently not as exciting as the things here.
You know, I kind of miss the bustle. I'm going to be honest. I kind of miss the parking ticket sometimes.
Yeah,
Not a lot,
just a little
but-
bit.
a little bit.
Well, good luck finding any place to park now. It's ridiculous. It's a real rat race over there.
Yeah, I probably couldn't afford it anyway, even if I sell paintings.
It's getting so expensive. That's why I was thinking of maybe making a move. This place seems quaint, and I could work out of Denver.
To Quincy?
Well, I mean, it's nice enough.
I
It might be time.
it would be nice to have someone in town who definitely knows that I'm just me. That would be a nice change of pace. You've known me for probably longer than anybody here.
Definitely a long, long time. So are you going to tell me a little bit more about what you found out there?
What I found out there? You mean in the kitchen with the glass and the...
I meant in the forest.
Inspiration?
For those of you outside, the buzzing hasn't softened with proximity.
So it's gradually getting louder, even
It
though
is
we're
still
outside.
gradually getting louder, and it looks like it's a little bit more frantically trying to escape the jar.
What if it's gonna like explode?
It's a
Kelly's
ball.
like, Are you actually talking outside? Now that you're out of earshot?
I'd probably
I
still
think-
whisper.
Yeah, whisper.
Kelly's like, I don't think it's gonna explode, but I something else is calling to it.
What do you mean? Like the big one? The sleeping ones?
No.
Something nearby?
So it's like it's hard to explain. It's like I can hear it trying to respond to someone else.
Like how it can respond to you?
Yeah.
And it's not that lady?
I mean,
I think
Could
it
it
might
be?
be.
we could let it out and see what it does, but then like our cover's blown.
It's not gonna explode. I can tell you that much.
I can't imagine that a mechanical firefly is overly hostile, so maybe we should let it go.
I don't know. if this thing that is calling to it is hostile to us.
If it's the woman, Cherry, I guess, she knows more than she should.
Yeah, she does.
Especially if she saw and kind of like gestured towards Heather, like y'all. It's like you guys got out of there quick.
Wait a minute. Were y'all seen?
I don't think I
Heather
was.
and Gemma, you were not seen.
Like, if Gemma's was one of the people that wasn't seen, then that's why I'm making this face right now.
There's some
What?
other way that Cherry knows that you were in the woods.
Oh no.
We were seen, so it makes sense for us.
There's no way they saw me. I do drills all the time.
There was no way that they saw you, Heather, because you were too far away. You were gone. Like that. And Gemma wasn't too far after you. Like, I think even Gemma might have been faster than you at one point. Like, both of you were hauling ass out of the forest. There is no way that anybody saw you from the men in suits. And there was no cars on the road when you walked back into town.
So
How
either
she
this
knows,
lady...
There has to be some way that she knows that you were in the woods.
What if she's like Kelly and she can do stuff and that's how she knows? Is that far-fetched?
I mean, I don't know. When was the last time that like someone went missing like that? You were the research one. You went and read all those books and stuff. Like a big nerd.
I didn't read books and stuff. I went to the Historical Society once and asked some front desk person some questions. But she isn't the only person that's ever gone missing around here.
Travis takes off his hoodie and tries to cover the jar.
Or like when you take fish home, so they don't freak out in the car.
The hum begins to get a little bit louder.
It doesn't like that.
The pinging gets a little bit more insistent.
Okay,
I don't want it to get hurt. I think we should let it out.
Okay, we can. Okay, here's the plan. We can let it out, and if it just kind of makes a beeline to the house, I can pretend like I'm being a little asshole and like breaking in or fucking some shit up again. Because it's been known to happen. I'm sure if they're friends, Cherry knows all about that I'm a huge fucking tool. Everyone knows.
Travis takes the thing off one more time, and then he looks at them and I'll let it out. But I think she can see through this.
What?
If she's like Kelly and like can control them a little bit, maybe she knows because she's connected to it. And
Yeah, that would make sense.
Twist off the lid of the jar.
And the firefly sort of gently floats up. Floats towards the back door. Crawls underneath and inside.
I'm following it. All like, kind of like,
Should we go back in? Or should we just like watch it through the window?
I mean, it's not going to do us like that much good just like waving through a window at it. Like a musical that I'm sure will exist in the future.
I mean, as if we can control it anyway.
True.
Is there a sturdy stick back here?
Mm-hmm. No, there's lots.
I'm gonna grab one that probably is conveniently shaped like a small bat.
Okay.
A thick branch.
Yeah, a thick branch.
Uh, Gemma, you've also got like a wood fireplace inside as well. There's
I
like
don't use it though.
yeah, there's like an
because I'm
old
afraid
tinder
of
pile,
fire.
and you're able to find like a hefty log that looks like it's some sort of deadfall that was like cut down as just an old wood pile. It's long dried.
I don't know how much good this will do, but in case worst come to worst, and he gives it to Willie.
Thanks. I'll try not to bludgeon anyone.
If we need you to, please do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and I'm gonna sneak after that bug. I want to like go in like I'm like, you know, trying to like sneak into this woman's house to cause chaos.
Okay. You open the door very quietly and you begin to sneak in. You can see that the firefly zips into the living room. And Gemma, you see you don't really see it. You hear this sort of buzzing at first, and you see this little streak of light come and sort of land in Cherry's hand.
Oh.
You see the lightning bug. She's just sort of holding it gently in her palm.
Oh.
You don't have to play coy with me. I know.
I'm just full of confusion right now.
You can also let your friends back in. We probably have a bit to discuss.
Okay. I got a question for you.
I'm not working for the government.
Okay, then we're good. One sec. And she gets up and she just opens the front door and says, "She's not with the government. Come on in, you guys."
You see, Willie is walking through the kitchen holding a large bat, posted up and like
Oh.
ready to cause some sort of like ruckus.
Were you gonna practice kneading the dough?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on in. This is. Yeah.
I'm gonna. You just kind of see Willie like come up to the window and just like,
Should
and
Kelly
like open
still
the door.
hide?
Goes. She knows we're here and says we should come in.
How many of us does she think there are? Ask.
Hey, ma'am. How many of us are there?
5?
Emma's really confused.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
God. All right.
Don't let the cat out.
Oh, God.
Make a speed test.
Okay.
Let's catch the beetle cat.
Cherry, what the fuck is going on?
I got a 5.
That's enough to grab Paul.
No, stay. No, outside. Okay.
Persephone is a paid actor.
This is Mayday.
Oh.
Good job, Mayday.
Okay, Mayday.
You'll
be
get
free.
royalties forever.
Royalties are is Fancy Feast.
Yes. Oh my God.
What? Not a paid actor. Kelly sort of walks in. So the question was, what the fuck is going on?
Hmm?
Well, the rest of them are starting to wake up.
And what are them?
Large.
Is any of them a duck?
cocoon. Duck?
The duck.
Okay, go on.
There's a. There are the caverns that are under the city. Well, they've always kind of been there. And she sort of looks at Kelly. I was like her.
You were a 10-year-old and you became 14 overnight?
No, not that part.
Okay.
I was already grown. But I'm from Quincy. I grew up in the area. Moved
Was
here.
Kelly abducted by aliens?
Can't be sure.
Because it wasn't the government, right?
It wasn't the government, no.
Okay.
Was it the bug?
You say was, you can't do it anymore?
Oh, I can still sense them and I can still control them. They're for actually child's play. Once you sort of figure out the knack, you can just. She literally raises her hands and the lights go out and then back on.
Well, excuse the rest of us without magical powers.
It's not. I don't really know what it is.
I just realized it's cold in here, and she's going to get up and go turn on the heater.
That's the scariest thing that's happened today.
Oh my god. She says, no, once you get the knack for it, it's real easy.
So you were
Taken just before the what I would later find out was the rock slide.
Oh.
That was
it
like-
you.
Return 1965.
that
That's
was
a long time.
long time that you were gone.
Yeah, it varies for us.
Us implies
there-
more than just the two of you.
Well, people have been going missing in the parks for years.
So do you think it's a Parks thing or a Quincy thing?
It might be just an area thing. It's definitely something to do with the mother.
I'm sorry.
The mother? Like kombucha?
No.
Like
That's a
Cher?
good joke, but no. You've seen the children, right? The cocoons. I know you've seen them.
Unfortunately.
Was it the children? What are that's like the grandchild then or something?
The stuff that was on the ceiling was the children?
The cocoon things, right? That Kelly could sense.
Yeah, I can sense them too.
Okay.
I mean, they were all in a dormant state for a while there. I sensed the one wake up a couple days ago, and I decided I'd come into town again. I mean, I always make my way back here to sort of check up on how things are, how they're progressing.
Okay, I have more questions for you.
Sure, go for it.
Do you know what crashed in our town when the other cocoon awakened? Do you know what that was?
Oh, well, that was just sort of the cocoon leaving the mountain, and then going up at a very fast speed.
Where?
Now, pray tell, Do we even want to know?
Well, I think they just sort of get a calling, and eventually they wind up going home.
Where's that?
I will look at Willie and mouth aliens.
So wait. So like not Kansas going home, going like space home.
Your guess is as good as mine. I just don't think go up.
My guess is not as good as yours.
So,
Listen, I grew up in the turn of the last century.
Huh.
None of this makes any sense to anybody, but I've been coming back here every so often. Once someone disappears, once someone comes back. I like to keep my ear to the ground, and eventually I found Gemma was a coincidence. We met in San Fran, but when I found out she was from Quincy, well, it gave me a reason to come home every once in a while. And it sort of covered my excuses with my work. I am actually an art dealer. I have to make a living somehow.
okay, so you're not. My paintings actually sell, and you're not like
they're
just
really
trying
good. Great seller. Like,
Okay,
the work
They
I
are
was
outstanding.
totally unraveling and thinking that my
No.
life was a fake. And
Your
I
life is
just-
absolutely real, and it is your own. You are fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you know those men in the suits then?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And
Personally?
they're not
I've had a couple run-ins with them over the years.
groovy, right? They
Oh,
seem
they are
pro-
definitely with the government.
Okay. I was spot on there. See, I know the government's in on some of this stuff. It's gotta be.
All right, let me try to get this straight. So there is a mother that calls to the cocoons. The cocoons are the children, and sometimes they ascend, which is what made that noise. Now, were you
Oh no!
ever in?
Was I ever in a cocoon?
Yeah, were you ever in a cocoon? To
Yeah,
your
but-
knowledge.
To
Yeah,
my
like, what
knowledge, possibly. I don't know for sure.
Okay, so can't count
It was
that
very
out.
bright. There was a loud rumble, and then I woke up on the street in the middle of downtown, circa 1965.
Okay. How do you know who we all are?
Well, local news. I keep up
Why
to
are
date
we
with
on?
things that happen in Quincy. I don't really know your names, though.
Okay.
I'm not omniscient.
I mean, I'm sure enough shit's been talked about me. You know who I
I
am.
mean, I sensed you through the bug.
Okay.
I knew something was in the caverns. Someone was in the caverns. Sensed you through the bug. I knew that Kelly had awoken a couple days ago because,
Awoken.
yeah.
What do you mean awoken?
Well, I mean, it's kind of my best guess is that we all sort of get put in like a weird sort of stasis, and then we
Mm-hmm.
come back.
Do you
Are
know
you
why?
guys a hive mind like on Star Trek?
No.
You watch Star Trek.
As cute as that would be, no.
My brother watches Star Trek.
It's fine if you watch Star Trek.
I don't watch Star Trek.
It's okay. Sure.
Travis kind of, I think for the first time, actually speaks because he's just been kind of just this array of expressions similar to me. And he's like, all right, ma'am, I just have one thing.
Mhm.
You've given us a lot of information here. And you said you've had run-ins with the guys in suits.
Yeah.
Who are with the government.
Mhm.
And you two can also control these transformers, basically.
I've never thought of them like that, but sure.
How do we know that you're actually on our side?
I don't, but I think you need to take a risk at some point.
I roll to see how Gemma's kind of like the bead she has on Cherry after knowing her for so long?
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
you've known Cherry for
where's-
years. Make me a brains roll.
8.
Okay. You've known Cherry for years, and she's never really wanted to cause any sort of active harm to you. Like she enjoys your company. She loves your cooking. She sells your art at a very reasonable rate, enough for you to like manage your lifestyle and keep you like like keep the lights on. Like as far as you know, she's on the level.
Okay.
But there is something that she's not telling you.
Okay.
There's probably a few things that she's not telling you.
Cherry, are you leaving anything out to protect us? To, like, I'm not as soft as I look. And,
Oh.
honestly, if something's going to happen, I would rather know what's coming than be surprised. Like, I just,
Well, the mother isn't.
So
it's not in heaven.
Not up and no. The mother's under
Where
the
is-
mountain.
So then why do they go up?
Maybe there's some other home for them.
so
M-
Gemma, your cat is all over me.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's- you have to, it's a balance. You give a little, you take a little. And usually when you take it, it's fur.
Yeah. So is that what the suit guys are trying to find?
Well, I think the soup guys are trying to keep things contained before the local population gets a hold of any
Big
ideas.
bugs. Yeah. Big
Let
bugs.
me get this
and
right.
Basically, they're
abductions.
damage control.
The mother is down in the mountain.
Oh, the mother
The
is the mountain.
mother is
What?
So the mountain makes people go missing.
Oh, well, the best I could surmise from looking through historical records, documents, research, and the like is that oral traditions a long time ago, she fell to earth. And the mountain just kind of grew over her like a carapace. And for a while, the people of the town began to take the metal
Oh.
from the earth. And it didn't go well.
So the mining, the collapse is because she was mad.
I think it's more like, have you ever read Lord of the Rings? They dug too greedily
No.
and too deep.
They dug into her.
That makes sense. Actually, that's the first thing that's made sense that's come out of your mouth all night.
I'm glad I could illuminate a few things.
All right. Why are you here? Like here in this house now talking to us.
Oh, I knew that you had found the cocoons and the fireflies below the city, and I thought that it would be as good of time as any to form some sort of an alliance.
An alliance to do what?
Well, if the government gets deep enough into the caverns and finds the mother and wakes her up, the entire town's going to go under.
So, as
Oh.
per usual, it's the government's fault.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I mean, if they start researching, because you know that people like to poke their noses where they don't belong. And also, Kelly is just sort of coming into her powers. And I figured I could help.
This is going to be like an ET kind of thing, right? Like they're going to want Kelly. They're going to want to figure out why she's done, growing and what she can do. They're going to want to go cut into those cocoons under the ground. Like,
And if they cut into the cocoons, and if they worse get to the mother and give her a good poke.
I wonder if we can haunted house them out of it.
Ooh.
I was kind of
Like-
thinking something similar. We could fake it.
Make them so damn scared of what's down there that they'd rather not touch it.
Yeah.
Kelly, what if we did something? Could you? Well, actually, I guess now that you're here, Cherry, could we? If I painted on drop cloths or something, and we used maybe like the fireflies to kind of raise them up as like, maybe I've watched too many episodes of Scooby-Doo as a kid. But I could paint something and you can control things. I'm not exactly the brains of this organization though, am I?
Well, I mean, it's better than
And
my
she'll learn
plan.
it. Look at Travis.
You're the adult here.
Cherry
Oh my
kind of
God.
giggles a little bit too.
Like, what is
Not
the
that
government
much,
afraid
yeah.
of? Workers' rights? Ooh.
They were afraid of Kennedy.
Yeah. Then they
Yeah.
killed him.
Yeah, look what they did to him.
Exactly. So we need to figure out a way to make them more. Well, I did go up and yell at one of them. That was kind of fun.
Why don't
You did what now? Oh, the guy outside of Ollie's, right?
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know what came over me.
It was good.
If the cocoons are going to leave, and this is clearly something that could potentially destroy our entire home, is there a way to just seal it up again?
That was kind of my main idea. Was going into the tunnels under the city and either activating the cocoons and finding a way to release them safely without harming the town.
Hmm.
Could we flood the tunnels?
I think that might cause more harm than good.
No.
We could try to initiate like another small tectonic disruption and then Kelly port out when we're done.
Kellyport? I love it. I love it so much. Well, my plan was to go spelunking, find the mother, and see if I could get her to put the rest of the babies back to sleep.
You can talk to her?
I figured that well, that's the thing, is I don't know if I could do it by myself, but with Kelly.
What are we going to do about the assholes in the suits?
Can't really just, make them disappear.
That's what they'd like to do to us, don't you know?
I mean, yeah. So then it's just self-defense.
They don't care if that goes to court, whether or not it was self-defense.
Yeah.
We could go ahead, Travis. Your idea, I'm sure, is better than mine.
Well, I think you already had the idea. I just think maybe we could find out what cars they're in and slash the tires.
Well,
I was thinking brownies with laxatives, but I like where you're going with this.
We can do both. Hear me out, por qué no los dos?
well, chances are good they'll be staying somewhere close by. They probably have some sort of base of operations. That's usually how they work.
Yeah, they have to be
Find
sleeping
them.
somewhere.
Before they find us, take the game to them.
Who might know where they might be staying?
Well, those of you who have been to the nearby motel, there was vacancy at the motel, so then you know they're not staying there.
Where else would they stay if not at the motel?
Don't they have to tell people they're coming out here?
Oh, not these folks. They kind of
Did-
operate in secret, though.
Do you think they would have asked Joe to get in touch with them if he had any information and maybe would have left their number or something? It's an idea. I don't know. Where else could they stay? The police station. I bet they let him stay there.
This is a very small town, right?
It is a very small town, but
Someone's
I will allow y'all to make me a brains roll if you like to figure out where this is, because there is one location in town that they are for sure.
I was gonna say that they ought to be driving a car that we all would know doesn't belong here.
With flames on the seat covers. Yeah.
So what places do we know? There's Ollie's.
There's Ollie's Alley.
There's the Historical Preservation Society.
Mm-hmm.
There's Marley's.
Yep.
There's Terry and Tori's.
Mm-hmm.
There's Joe's.
Yep.
Ridley's and Bagels.
There's another place.
Nothing else is in this town.
There is another place.
Wilderness Preserve?
Mentioned off the top of the very first episode.
The school?
The fall
Back to my
formal.
notes. The
Medusa.
library? The library? No.
The animal place.
Like your pumpkins.
There is a large building
The rescue. Oh.
in town
Wait,
that has been perpetually under construction.
Oh.
Yeah.
cops.
You got me.
I bet it is under construction.
Is it a church?
Hate them.
I mean, that would be the place.
Apparently, I didn't write it down with the buildings code.
It is the mall.
Oh, the
Oh yeah.
It has
Totally
been
forgot about
perpetually
that.
under construction.
Yeah,
for the past
I asked
several
my
years.
parents about
It is
when
a
it would be
large.
done.
It is a large building. It is. It's mostly finished. It would be the perfect place for a company or a clandestine government organization to hide their workers and set them up for to keep tabs on the goings on in Quincy.
Does your mom know about this? Your mom's in charge of
Definitely
recreation.
not.
Mall's recreation, right?
That's
When I
literally,
asked her-
that was literally beat for beat the conversation that we had at the very beginning too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally what
when I-
Eliza said.
When I asked her about it, she didn't really know what was going on there, but she said that she'd try to check it out for me. Now that I look back, that is kind of suspicious, but I'd like to believe that my mom isn't involved in a government conspiracy.
I mean, your mom's also in Parks and Rec, so like, if anyone in town, aside from like the
Government.
historical society, knew about weird bugs in the mountain,
Do you suggest that we ask her?
no, your mom terrifies me.
She's fine.
Nah, she's fine, whatever.
What is that?
What?
What? All right, she's fine, but like, I'm worried that like if she is, you know, in charge of any resources that may be allocated there, that she might be watched.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And we already, or some of us, got seen running away from.
Nobody ever
The
notices
underground.
me. Let's just go check it out, you know?
That's
it's not
a
like the
horrible
Kenny Shoes
idea.
is open.
Gemma, can I borrow your phone?
Sure, it's on the wall in the kitchen. You know, where it usually is.
And I'm promptly gonna go over and call my house.
Mhm.
Because I just now realized, oh yeah, they saw me.
I'm going to shut all the blinds then while you do that.
The phone rings. And rings. Hello? Yeah. What's up?
Is everything good over there right now?
Everything's fine. Why? What's up, hon?
Okay. I was just out with a couple friends and I wanted to call and check in, tell you I was okay.
Okay. Are you all right? You safe?
Yeah, I mean, we did just like the shop just blew up and everything, and I figured you might be worried.
Yeah. We're okay here. Just I'm just about to start getting supper ready.
Okay.
You sure
I
you're
was
okay?
over. Yeah, I was over at Miss Gemma's, Miss Davies' place, and she was showing me some paintings that she had done, and I just wanted to call and check in because I realized I didn't come home after school, and you know, I didn't want to get yelled at. So.
Okay. Well, if you're hanging out with, or are you over at Miss Davies right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as long as I know where you are, just, if you're gonna be late for supper, just, find a phone and give me a call.
Okay. All right, I will. All right. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, love you too. And click.
Okay.
No, go off.
Yeah, my folks are okay. I don't know. Maybe they didn't recognize me. That's good. That's a relief.
I mean, I don't know how you're muted, B.
It's okay.
Maybe they just wanted to keep things to themselves and be sneaky like that. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm surprised that the whole town's not up in arms again.
Hey, Willie.
After, yeah.
Great.
Should we call
That's so
Mom?
smart.
Do you think Mom's still at the hospital, or do you think she's at home?
I don't know, but wherever she is, she's probably worried.
Yeah, but like, it's been hours. It's been a long time. You'd think that like they would have been everywhere by now. And like there'd be cops out in the streets.
Looking for me again.
Well, at
Yeah.
least if they're out looking for you at your mom's house and out yonder, they're not looking for you here as much, right? So
I
it's
mean,
good that we're split up from your mom.
Miss
maybe?
Davies, if they're gonna look anywhere.
Yeah, Heather?
I want to backpedal
Yeah, go for it.
a little bit.
Do it.
About the town being up in arms.
Mhm.
Because nothing scares the government more than people. They hate people.
If we tell the truth that the government is here trying to take Kelly to figure out what the hell just happened,
start a scandal.
Yeah, they're
And it's-
trying to steal the the missing Kelly Hickey that's been gone for years from the Hickey family that's been
They'll play it up as for our safety, that she might have some sort of disease and they've got to sequester her to keep
No,
the
play
town
it up
safe.
for our safety. She has superpowers and grew
Have
4
you-
years overnight.
I know, that's my point. They're going to say something's wrong. You know how they can be. I've seen E.T.
That is a movie.
not a documentary.
But the government is full of fools, and they'll do whatever they have to get the public on their side. That's the whole point. They'll say
Yeah,
what
but-
they need to.
This town is full of people that know and love each other. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm being too optimistic, but don't you think that that is powerful?
No, I don't.
Are you suggesting that we beat the government with the power of friendship?
Like, kind of, but more so like we like beat the government with the power of like Irish car bombs and and some other carefully placed fires. That's about
All right,
Man,
you're
like-
talking a bit more my language.
No.
just for you.
Thanks.
Before we blow up all their stuff, though, do you think there might be a way that we can like find out what they know about the Transformers?
I mean, if they have any info, it'd either be in the cave or at the mall.
I don't think that they would leave their info in the cave in the event that something natural happened. It would be lost. It would be in a secure location.
And I mean, theoretically, if they saw us, they know that someone knows about the cave, so they wouldn't want to keep shit there. Theoretically, no one should know shit about the mall.
so we have to get into the mall.
I think there's a tunnel that goes under the mall.
Where's the mall built? Is that under a part of Old Town?
Yeah. Can I make a brains roll to see if it's
You
possible?
absolutely can.
Not a critical misses show without tunnels.
Secret tunnels.
Miss Cherry,
Secret
can I ask you one completely kind of unrelated question?
Yeah.
When you lived here like way back in the day. Sorry, that's a bit mean.
No, that's
but-
fine. It
yeah.
was hell.
So, was there?
Welcome in, Raiders.
How do I say this? You know Quincy,
Quincy, like the town, yeah, Quincy.
the duck.
The duck?
Yeah, do you know about the duck?
I mean, isn't there like a duck that's like your school mascot?
Yeah.
Weird, Jerry.
You need to give up about the duck.
The duck's
duck
gotta be
is a duck.
something. I'm just wondering if the duck was a thing at the high school when you were here. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Well,
no. My
the high
dad tried to steal. My dad tried to steal Quincy when he went to high school here. Quincy has always been a thing.
I mean,
But,
I didn't go to high school here because there was only like a one-room school in
Oh.
Quincy.
People think that the duck is cursed and that when it latches onto people with its eyes.
It's
that it
not even the
causes a
same
curse.
duck. They switch it out when the duck dies. Like every I don't know
Why
how.
do they
long
always
ducks-
look the same?
Wasn't there like a
There are only so many species of duck.
well, I mean, there's that local legend about the duck. That like went after the collapse, after the great collapse that buried part of Quincy, there was a duck that was found underground and survived.
When were we gonna find that out? When?
I mean, it's part of local lore. I found it in my
So-
research.
So,
Oh, you're
that's-
saying that in
that's-
character.
In
Okay.
character.
You're saying
That's the reason why. That's the reason why the school's mascot is a duck and why they think the duck has
So,
special powers. is
okay.
because
Oh
it's
my
part of
god,
you
the
see
duck
a
is
duck?
the mother's vessel. And Heather just turns around and walks into the kitchen. I need air. I need air.
No, it's not definitely not the same duck.
Gone.
so
In
wait,
the kitchen.
Did you ever interact with the duck personally?
No, the duck was after my time.
Okay,
I
so
came back in the 60s, And I
Yeah.
pretty much just got the hell out of town because you know what? Apparently, I could own property and a bank account and not
Yeah,
be
it must be
beholden to my husband who had died about 80 years before.
It is pretty
How old
nice
is
to be
this
free,
lady?
isn't it?
So like, you didn't like
Cherry's
wake up, come
been
to
around.
in the middle of the street, holding a duck.
No.
Okay.
I almost got hit by a car. That was a shock.
Was a
Then I found
duck
out what
driving
cars
it?
were.
This is off topic.
Wow.
We went from raiding a government building to discussing the duck. That
Listen.
quickly.
If anyone would know about the duck, we learned something about the duck. Apparently,
You did actually uncover some duck lore this episode. Does any of that-
apparently, the town collapsed and what? A duck survived? How did ducks survive?
Though it's kind of sad what happened to the duck. Just we don't think about it. The duck survived. Everybody got so up in arms about this duck surviving that they overfed the duck, and it died happy. It just died of being overfed too much grain. They don't really talk about that part in the legend, but it's at the record house.
Ugh, fuck raw.
So the duck's not.
It's not the same duck.
Can't be the same duck.
Well, but honestly, you were gone and then you were back and it was the same you. So who knows what anything is possible at this point. Well, do we go see the mom or do we go to the mall? What do we do, guys?
Travis rolled a 1 on that.
On
By
that
the way,
investigation.
Yeah, on that
Or-
that brains roll.
Can other
because
people make brains rolls?
Yeah, if you like to.
he's never been to the mall, so he's just like, I don't even know where it is.
Do I explode? 17.
Oh.
Of course, you know about the mall.
The people from the government had to get into the tunnel
Let's
somehow,
go to-
and they definitely didn't get in from any of the local businesses downtown. Maybe they do extend to the mall. There was a length of tunnel that went off in a certain direction that you did not explore.
And they could have also excavated. It's been decades, right, since all this whole thing started. So, and it sounded like they had tools and supplies. And how did they know we were down there so quickly?
I don't think. Let me start again. I think that was a coincidence, not they knew we were down there and came to get us. I think they were down there doing our thing and we're like, holy crap, there are other people down here.
That
But the
definitely-
rest of it,
with that brains roll, with the big brains roll, Heather, definitely seems like that was a coincidence. Like they were literally just exploring the cavern, same as you were, and then they heard you down the way, and they started rushing to investigate.
we're ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
Not like we do. That's why they want to get their hands on Kelly.
And also, if they're currently setting up some sort of perimeter in
They're
the cavern
busy.
system,
They're not at the mall.
they might not be at the mall.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. So let's pack some sandwiches and Cherry, I'm gonna grab a bottle of wine. I don't know what you think, but I think that's pertinent. And a corkscrew, and we can go investigate.
Miss Davies, I don't know what you put in this Arnold Palmer, but I would like to drink it for the rest of my life. So do you have a thermos?
Oh, definitely. I'll
Thank
have some
you.
really nice. I'll pack the whole thing. We can. Did you? What kind of car did you rent?
Oh, it was just a. I need to look
It's
up.
big enough. Bigger
big
than my
enough.
2-seater.
It's
Okay.
It'll fit
Can
5
it
people.
So we should probably take 2 cars in case for some reason the government tries to follow us and we have to split up. Do any of
If
you
we
kids
take-
have those walkie-talkie things?
Can I?
Not on me, but if we go back to my house, like I said, my brother's a real nerd.
So
Scout,
split up and get some
maybe.
supplies.
Scout prepared.
Maybe some rope
Could I
in
do
case we
that?
need to spelunk.
I think it takes
Um,
you an adversity token. Or it might take 2 adversity tokens to make sure that you have the right useful item for the.
Yeah, I've got 3, so I will go back down to 1 to pull out
Absolutely.
some.
Yeah. Travis opens up his backpack and pulls out walkie-talkies. It's just like these two.
Perfect. So we can. Does that work? And then we'll just.
I mean, do we call our mom? Do we try to? Because either the government's got her, or like she's.
How about I call her?
She doesn't like you.
Right.
Why don't
nobody
I
likes
call
me.
her?
It's really strange. Also, you've
Heather,
noticed at this
I
time is that there haven't really been any patrol cars going around, like looking like no search parties going door to door.
Because you know what happened last time? Like, mom called everyone when Kelly just went
I
to
remember.
to Ollie's.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that.
Let me call her. Daria.
Why? What are you gonna say to her?
Not relevant. Enough to keep you out of trouble.
What does that mean? You can try calling my mom if you want.
I'm gonna go upstairs and get some stuff.
I'm going to the kitchen and I am calling the Hickey family home.
Okay.
Willie's gonna follow, and like as you're dialing, just go. Kind of cringe that you know my phone number.
Don't they teach you everyone's phone numbers when you were a kid? It's responsible.
It rings. And rings. And rings. It rings about 10 more times. It just keeps ringing. There's no voicemail.
I think it's off.
There's no answering machine. It just rings.
Do you have a voicemail at your house, Will?
Sorry. What was the question?
Voicemail. Is your phone hooked up to an answering machine?
I
It
don't
is
know. Is
not.
that right?
You're-
No.
Okay, then I don't know if your phone's off the hook or she's just not answering and I hang it up. But I got nothing.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry you couldn't say whatever you're gonna say to my mom.
It's fine. Now I'm more worried about her than anything.
Yeah.
We probably need to make this quick then.
Yeah.
So while the group of you begin to sort of make this plan to head to the mall, we're gonna take our first break. We will be back in about 10 minutes or so. Everybody, stick around. We've got some more in store right after this. Talk to you soon.
Dear alumni, you are invited to celebrate your class's 15-year reunion at Deimos Academy. As one of the longest operating boarding schools, we are looking forward to seeing how successful you have become. Our strict regimen of putting excellence first and educating children to stay in line has created some of the best alumni. As you all know, some of the world's most powerful people have graced our halls, from celebrities to technology geniuses. And if they did not attend here, then consider yourself lucky to be receiving a better education than they did. We look forward to meeting with you. Remember, excellence always. In Deimos Academy, players are taking on the roles of alumni who used to attend the boarding school. They are called back at the school to attend a 15-year reunion to discover that they are the only ones there in this creepy old academy. Through this collaborative horror role-playing game, players will explore different rooms and roll dice to collect memories. When they succeed, they collect the memory and they get to color in a part of the room. In the final room, characters will face their biggest fears. Players will build the story together, remembering things from their characters' pasts and attempting to overcome their fears and the trauma that they experienced as children. So get ready for your reunion. Deimos Academy awaits your arrival.
Welcome, mortals, to Morning Ritual.
Welcome to Upon These Crystals is
playing Beyond the Twilight Road.
And welcome to Forest and Flame on the Critical Misses channel. Welcome to another episode of Kingsguard.
A 6-part miniseries titled The Growing of the Dim.
I would like to cast Witch Bolt on her.
Yeah, can I make 6 attacks against her?
It's a thing.
I do believe some people wanted to do some goblin blood shots.
oh no.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we did want to do that.
It looks like your plan is half-baked.
In between one of the quacks, I'll just get like really loud and just say, "Run."
In the town of Habisha, there are always exciting going-ons amongst the members of society, and the spring of 1818 is no exception. Rumors are everywhere, and scandal is never more than a moment away. But true love might just be around the corner. How might the past change one's future? Which is stronger, the head or the heart? And who will find their happily ever after? Queer Society on the Critical Misses channel. Festivities begin each Wednesday at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. Sharp. Don't be late.
That was not a smooth transition, but hey, we're live. That's the mood today. That is the mood today.
Oh!
Sometimes you need a girl. I got my click clack bag. God damn it, Noir.
Thank
Yes.
you all for having me, and I'm glad I was on before Bria because there's no way to follow her, so it's good.
Garlic smells and tastes like ass. Well, you show me an ass that tastes like garlic, and I'm gonna find myself a new partner. Summer of Abria. Yes.
You could make someone cry over like Romeo and Juliet, or I could make them cry with a story about a werewolf giving a blowjob. And if I could do that, that's a trick to pull off.
Today, your PSA is that when you watch streamers, content creators, YouTubers, influencers, you do not actually know them. You may know their name, you may know facts about them, you do not know them. This is your PSA to not be over familiar. Thank you and have a good day.
And that's kind of why, I'm trying to be as unapologetic as possible, is because I'm trying to be the person that I needed back when I was growing up. I'm starting Game Gate. Game Gate. Game Gate starts here, and it's that Game is an actual fey creature, and they're just messing with us. A new IP comes out that's perfect for you, right? But in order for this to exist, we have to get rid of another IP, and whichever IP you replace it with, that's how big it gets.
Star Wars. Bye.
I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. If you're in Australia, go fuck yourself.
Australia. Yeah, that's right. I'm picking a fight with the entire goddamn continent of Australia.
So,
Go fuck yourself,
tune
mate.
in for October 24th, our show where we have Wasabate, who is in fact Australian, and has promised us one authentic g'day.
You know what? If your name is Liam O'Brien, go fuck yourself too. It's hands for you on sight, Caleb.
Damn.
So what do you want to do about it? Do you want to play this game with me? Or do you want to forfeit? I don't really think you can keep up with me, but I'd love to see you try. Darling.
Hey, Brooke-Anita! My co-host has been murdered.
You just gotta lie a lot and have one solid apology at the end, and that is the secret to Young Justice working every time.
I feel like that is a Thieves Guild's mantra. Lie longer, lie better. Papa John's.
Anita quite literally said, Noir knows him. Like, and I was like, cosign. All right, welcome aboard. I was like, that is enough for me. Noir knows and likes this person.
Well, we can always make a Respect Women Juice flask, so you can have it wherever you go.
I'm already working on putting it on a mug.
Excellent. Next, you need shot glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a quick shot of Respect Women Juice. Yeah.
Huh? Where am I?
We're going into the that guy segment. Did you just black out for a little bit?
I was so busy fighting that everything just went red for a second.
You cannot do what I do, like at all. But I can't do what you do. And no one can tell your story. No one can sing your song but you.
I always realized Critical Misses. It's just it's a femme-focused channel, and the critical, okay, haha. And then I was like, wait a second. When you roll a 1, that's a critical miss. It
Just get the pun.
Yes,
Just get the
pun. I just got the pun.
And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. I'm just going to adjust my camera up ever so slightly. There we go. Welcome back to the second half of episode 5 of The Growing of the Dim. What the duck? Our crew has decided to make their way to the unfinished mall at the other end of town, in hopes of making sure that they can maybe get more information from the government agents that they have discovered are posted up with, or that they presume that are posted up within. Seems like it's the most logical choice. What are y'all doing to prepare? Gemma, I believe you grabbed for your LLB in your tote. You grabbed 2 bottles of wine, corkscrew, flashlight, a random hammer, a drawing pad, and some pencils.
Gotta have all the essentials.
Of course.
Heather's inventory is on her character sheet.
Hell yeah.
Her buck knife's also in there. Just,
Max, I've got your character inventory up. It's all drawn out. It's very pretty.
I never really put in what my character had, what Travis has, so I'm going to just assume that it's general scout stuff. Maybe some a little bit of practice rope and some knives and
A first aid kit.
badges. Yeah, first aid kit.
And 2 walkie-talkies. Or a set of walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Willie, is there anything that you're doing specifically to prepare?
Specifically to prepare, I think, I've got the stuff that he has. He's got his switchblade and his set of dice and a lighter. That's all he really carries on him, aside from the Kelly's missing poster that's kind of just in his pocket. I don't know. He might try. Does Gemma have a back shed?
Yeah, there's an outbuilding.
I'll probably try to loot it for anything that could be an impromptu weapon or something, or any spray paints if she has any spray paints.
I don't think she would have spray paints, but you would find there's probably an old car jack out there. And it had the pole, the big metal pole that would go on the old car jack. There's lots of old garden implements and farming tools. I think when she bought the house, she bought it with all the crap still in it. And so there's just random shed things that she doesn't go out to the shed. Once a year, she has someone come out and mow the lawn.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably grab the big metal stick, and the sharpest, smallest looking garden tool. So
it's a hoe.
Okay.
A hand hoe.
A hand hoe, yeah.
There's also a garden trowel that's small and pointy, kind of sharp on the edges.
I would like to live my truth and bring a small frying pan as a weapon.
It's cast iron. It's quite hefty. Very
Oh,
well
God,
seasoned.
that is, it's in it from the kitchen. No problem.
Are we
Cast iron pan was my nickname in high school.
What is our plan to sabotage here? Are we sabotaging, or are we just looting? How are we gonna function up?
That's kind of my question.
Is Jerry asking that, or
Jerry's
are you
asking that?
Okay.
So we're just gonna break into the mall. We're gonna figure out what their clandestine plan is, and is this a scouting mission, or are we actually gonna try and burn the place to the ground?
maybe not burn the place, but maybe just if they seem to have a set of files that's related to this, we can take it and then maybe break their computers if they got any.
Well, maybe
I think we should leave some chaos for them to discover.
No, that actually gives it.
Duck
that's
feathers?
actually a very
We don't
good
need
idea.
to directly
Duck feathers?
Well, remember what Heather said earlier about how, like, people, governments are afraid of people?
Mhm.
If we can get their files and, like, disseminate them to the, like, leak them to the press, clandestine government operation has been working out of a small town and undermining the will of the people, that sort of thing.
Keeping
Like,
us
that's
from
a
our
good way to
mall.
get them out. That's one way to get them out of town. But that'll take time, obviously.
I can easily leave an anonymous tip in the mayor's mailbox with whatever we find.
Yeah, that's definitely something we can do. That's one way to rile up the populace against them and maybe run them out of town. But it's not really going to solve our problem in the interim. That's good long term.
Well, maybe we'll find something incriminating that we can use.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
thinking.
If all else fails, do you have any like big cans of paint that you don't use? We can set them up
There's some
to
old house paint down in the basement.
set them up as like traps to swing.
Yeah, I think it's turned. But we don't need it to be real.
Oh, if it's
I'll go get
turned,
it.
that's better.
It's solid. I'll go downstairs and get it.
hell
And so
yeah.
she goes down the creaky stairs.
So I've got this also, and she takes out like her container of ski wax, and she's like, "It's for my skis, but it's really icky and slippery, and we can put it on the floor, all around their file cabinets when we leave."
True, yeah. We'd have to go by my house, which might be a bad idea. But I have some caltrops at my house. For fun.
You know, it might not be a bad idea to go by your house just to see if, like,
I
if
mean,
we
you also
can
have someone
see
that's
what's going
unrelated
on.
that could probably bring you stuff if you wanted, Willie.
Oh, fuck. I could call. Listen.
Going back in Cherry's car should be fine because
yeah,
they would
recognize me.
Yeah, I mean, also like if I can meet Slimes somewhere.
Gemma, do you have a
and
blanket?
you can bring me some stuff.
Do I what?
Do you have a blanket? Just a throw blanket.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. And she takes the one that's on top of all of the plates and cups that she'd been hiding. Like this one?
That's perfect. Well, what we can do is if you all don't want to be seen around town, you could all pile into the back seat and we could do the drive-in movie theater trick. Hide you under a blanket.
No.
And then I'll be paying attention to my car anyway, so that would be perfect.
Gemma, this one is adorable. Can I keep it?
No, but you can stay the night. Okay. Finally, take me up on my offer.
All right. She's a paid actress.
We stop at people's houses, or we just like get into the mall and go in. We could go by the house, and
I think we should just go because the more time that we give them to like secure the perimeter, the more likely they'll come back while we're there.
I think even if we don't go in, we should drive past his house just to make sure that it isn't like perimeter, because when I called, like nobody picked up their house phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll swing by there. We'll get some supplies.
I mean, I might be able to call Slimeball and tell him to go to kind of like the area near the perimeter and cause a scene.
Could you have him come take my car as a distraction?
You want
and go
Slimeball to drive your
out?
car? I mean, he'll joyride all the time, but
I can buy another one. It's not that big of a deal.
Heather, you had something?
Oh, I was gonna say that Slimeball probably shouldn't infiltrate the mall with us, given his penchant for loudness.
That's why I was going to send him to the perimeter. So then if they're still there, he's there. But then, that's kind of selling my friend, not friend down the fucking bus.
Oh, man.
The joyride thing is a pretty good idea.
To be fair, Willie,
Why
he
do you
did
call
let
him
the
and have him
air
come
out of your tires of your bike.
You should send him on a fool's errand, though. Like, at least make him look like he's doing something for you, and that's why he has your car.
Or I could be like,
I'll
hey,
leave that up to you guys.
Hey, Gemma's not in her house right now. It'd be fucking cool. Steal her car, go on a joyride into the national park. Look like that she just went to the national park and went apeshit.
All of this sounds well and good, but I don't trust Slimeball. The man decked me in the face the other day, and
good point.
Yeah,
he's not my favorite person in the world.
Here's what I'm guessing. I don't think we need to overthink this. I think we just need to go. We need to break in, and if all else fails, then tomorrow we should just tell everybody that the mall is open and see if we can break in while there's a rush of people trying to get in.
Oh my god. We grand open the mall. That'd be so funny.
Okay, then I'm going to pull the car out of the garage to make it really obvious that it looks like we're here at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can pile in the back of your car, Cherry. And then at least we're leaving one false trail.
Just remind me real quick, Gemma, you rode your bike to Joe's? Or did you drive?
She drove.
Okay, then your car is actually parked out in front of Joe's.
Oh. Okay. Well then, I forgot about that. Thanks, Cherry, for noticing that it was.
This is Anita, not Cherry.
Well then
100%.
that's.
Yeah, because you had driven to Joe's.
That's it.
To go underground.
Call your friend. Tell him that I'm paying for someone to go pick up my car. He won't be able to resist going out on a joyride because I'm busy or something. And just say that you can't do it. And so you were wondering if maybe he'd want to do it. And I'll pay him $50 to go pick the car up and keep it safe for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll go out on a joyride and people will think that he's me.
I could try.
I'm okay with that. I mean, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
So the plan is to get Slimeball Ralph to steal Gemma's car and cause a distraction, while the rest of you use that opportunity to infiltrate the mall.
Yes.
Okay. Willie, are you going to call Slimeball?
I'm going to call Slimeball.
You're going to use your phone a friend?
Yeah, I'll use my phone a friend to call Slimeball Ralph.
Slimy.
The phone rings. Yellow.
Hey, how's it going?
It's all right, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm bored.
well,
Are we gonna go over to Ollie's Alley tonight?
Listen, I'm stuck on sister watching duty again, but hear me out. I got a hot tip. That, you know, the Davies lady, the child eater.
Yeah.
Her car has apparently just been out all day by Joe's. It's just sitting there.
Sitting there?
Just sitting there. I know you've been wanting to, get some more hot wiring practice.
And you know what? I am studying for my driver's test.
Yeah, you are. I think it'd be good to get some practice. I know how your
is
pops
definitely the charm, and I'm definitely gonna pass it this time.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I saw that out there. So my mom was driving me by, and I was like, that's something that could be a fun time.
Say no more, my friend.
Yeah. So just thought I'd give you something fun to do tonight.
I appreciate you. All right, smell you later.
Yeah.
Click. Doesn't even give you the chance to say goodbye.
He's gonna hotwire your car.
That'll save me some money, I guess.
Slimeball Ralph does not have his license.
Yeah. Listen, he doesn't have a lot of licenses, okay? He doesn't have like a piercing license or a tattooing license.
As
but he
long
lives
as
his
it
life.
keeps the government's eyes off of us and on him, that's all that really matters. And he doesn't care. And we'll get him out of it when we get back. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
On the bright side, maybe if he does something stupid, I know my folks are getting insurance for our building. Maybe you'll get insurance on the car.
That would be fun. No worries, though.
All right.
So you all hop, or go ahead, Heather.
Before we leave, Gemma, do you have a scarf I can borrow?
Oh, sure. Just go raid my closet.
I've always wanted to do this. And she comes back down with like her sunglasses on and like the Audrey Hepburn scarf.
Hell yeah.
On her. Okay, we can leave now.
Kelly actually is gonna join you and like sees what you're doing, and it's just like, that is the coolest thing ever. Can I have one too?
Yeah, of course you can have one as long as Gemma has another scarf.
And does the
Her
wrap
closet
and
is
like
full of
finds like a
fashion.
big pair of like glasses, like
Mhm.
tinted glasses,
Yep.
and like walks down with you. I feel glamorous.
You look amazing, Kelly.
Cherry's like, yeah, all well and good. Shall we get a move on?
Yeah, right. Sorry.
Yep.
Listen, we don't know how much time they're going to be spending setting a perimeter and clearing things out down in the cave system. So
let's go.
One more thing, Kelly, can and she sort of gets down on one knee. You're a little bit tuckered out, right? Kelly's like, yeah. And you see, can I have your hands? She'll take Kelly's hands, and there is this sort of places the little firefly inside and covers it up, and that glow begins to get bright from within the hands that are clasped. And Kelly closes her eyes. Whew. Okay, let's go.
Cherry, you have all sorts of secrets.
The firefly falls to the ground.
Oh. Is it dead?
It's inert. There's no light coming from it. No hum.
I pick it up and I'm going to set it reverently on the mantle. All right, let's go.
All right, so you all hop sort of in the back, kind of all pile in, so it would be 3 seats. One of you is gonna have to double up. I think Kelly's probably gonna like squish in the back seat.
Gemma will sit in the front and she'll grab like some sort of like something big and scarfy and voluminous and like just be a passenger in the car because she's an adult.
Easy enough. Cherry hops in the front seat. The 4 of you, I guess, because Kelly's going to be with you, sort of all crush into the back seat, which is a 3-seater, but you know what? You all kind of squish. More passengers than seat belts, but it's a small town. You make your way to Willie's house first, correct? Let me just do a quick.
No.
Okay.
Why are you rolling again?
Why am
Don't
I rolling?
roll.
Why am I rolling?
Put the dice down.
You
No,
rolled
this is
once
good.
and then
This
you
is
did it
good.
again.
I'm seeing how successful Slimeball is at stealing Gemma's car. Okay.
Oh, is Slimeball really good again? That bastard.
Slimeball
Okay, we
rolled an
wanted to steal the
11
car proper.
to hotwire the vehicle.
Jeez, slime ball.
that a brains roll?
That was a brains roll. It was only a D6, but he's doing his darndest. It exploded, so he got an 11.
You know, we hate him, but no, we just hate him.
Love to hate.
As you're driving, you do hear the familiar sound of Gemma's vehicle, but it's being revved way too fast as it cuts down Main Street.
Shift!
There's kind of that sort of grinding sound as it goes between gears a little bit. It's kind of going like,
I'm gonna have to take it into Terry's next week.
Probably. All right. You all make your way to Willie's house. Your mom's vehicle isn't there. And it doesn't look like there's anyone outside the house.
Well, at least if she has her car, that usually means she left of her own volition.
I mean, she was at the hospital. Right? 'Cause that's where you guys went this morning. And the men in suits were there. So, if she's not back... Yeah, I mean...
In a way, it's... If her car is gone, that's like better because that indicates that it's possible that she left on her own and wasn't just like taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope she's not out looking for you.
Yeah. I mean...
We could throw a rock through the window as a message. You've left me that message many times.
Yeah, those aren't really good.
No,
messages,
they shouldn't have to pay for repair on their own house.
Funny how
if you're gonna leave a message.
Anyway.
Would it make you happy, Miss Davies, if I threw a rock through my own house window?
No, but I'll do it tomorrow. That would make me happy.
Okay.
You know that I won't. Come on, let's go.
You know, my bike's there.
Yeah. You giving it to me doesn't feel as good.
So you're gonna make your way into the house and pick up your caltrops?
I mean, do we want me to? Okay.
And if there's look for any indication of anything from your mom. Maybe she left you a note, and then we'll keep an eye out in case somebody comes by.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just me. I can handle it. Yeah. Cool. I'll climb out of the car. I'll like scamper out and kind of stealthily sneak up to my house.
Make me a speed roll.
That's the wrong die. I would love to roll that one. That is going to be a 3.
You get up to the top step. It creaks really loudly, and the keys jingle a little too much as you put them into the lock. But you open the door. The screen door, that sort of old metal screen door, also creaks really loudly as you open it. Yeah. Hinges have never been oiled. And you make your way into the house. It's empty. The lights are out.
I'll walk into my room, I suppose.
Yep. Looks the same as when you left.
Okay. I'll like kind of get under my bed and pull out like kind of like a shoebox that'll like open up, and it's full of like a bunch of like little like leather pouches, and like, you know, like a fancy kind of medievally style belt, and a bunch of like his other LARP gear, and he'll pull out his caltrops, and then push that back under his bed. This was your
character's secret, is that you like to LARP.
Yeah, I'll just push that back under there.
Okay, yeah, you grab your little sort of a leather satchel.
Yeah. And I'll kind of... Do I have any... I assume I have some spray paint in my room. I'm a teen hooligan.
You're a teen hooligan, absolutely. You've got some in, like... You pull out... I think you probably pull out, like, your vent the vent in your room, and you pull out a couple cans of lime green spray paint. One can of orange that is a very familiar tone to the slime ball rules that's been tagged on the back of several buildings around town.
Yeah. I'll pocket all that and then make my way back. Lock the door behind me.
Is there anywhere else that you look inside the house? Just to sort of see.
I'll kind of like peek in my mom's room and I guess Kelly's room.
Kelly's room is empty. Looks like it's about the same as when you left it. Your mom's room, untouched. Bed's nicely made. But as you pass through the kitchen, there's no note on the table, but you do notice that in the sink, she left some meat in the sink to thaw for dinner.
I'll put it.
So there was every intention that she would be coming back to make dinner.
I'll put it in the fridge.
Okay.
Put it in there and leave.
All of you outside watch Willie go through the house very loudly, and then eventually come back out.
Kelly stays with us. How does she do?
Kelly's just sort of sitting, sort of patiently, just sort of like keeping her head down and like looking around.
Gemma will kind of reach back and kind of just take her hand and give it a squeeze comfortingly, and then look at the other two and just kind of nod and look at Cherry, kind of that, adult thing that you do, and you're kind of trying not to let the kids know that you're worried, even though they always see it. Gemma's getting a little anxious.
Yeah. Cherry just sort of gives you a nod and just sort of gives you like a little pat on the shoulder.
This is more than I've had happen to me in like 20 years.
This always seems to be the way, isn't it? Cherry's sort of like keeping sort of a weather eye around the street to make sure that there's like no one around. You all, Willie comes out eventually and hops back in the car. Those of you in the back that finally had the chance to sort of stretch out a little bit have to crush back in. And Cherry starts up the vehicle again, and you head towards the mall.
Did you leave your mom a note or anything, Willie?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. She hasn't been home.
We'll find her.
Yeah. Not worried. Of course we will.
I'm sure that she's fine.
Yeah. The worst thing has already happened to her.
You pull in to the mall, and as it's been perpetually under construction these past few days, or these past few years, there are construction vehicles outside from a construction company that's based out of Denver, Colorado. Raiders. The one vehicle of note that is parked out in the parking lot is a 1985 Mercury Cougar with flaming seats and a flaming steering wheel cover.
You
red
again.
herring my ass. We
just look at the car as we go by. Let's see if we can find a lockbox or something to get into the building. I can't imagine they're all that careful.
Real quick, before we get too far from that car, Can we stop for a second?
I think you park just a little bit away, so that way it's not too obvious that you're going into the mall. But yeah, you stop.
All right. Willie,
Yeah.
give me your knife.
Remember to only don't slash all four.
Sure. And
Willie just like turns and looks at Heather.
and Travis is going to get 3 of the tires.
That's
The spirit of
The
my
kids
father
are all
came
right.
out today. Shout out, Andrew. You're asleep, man.
And then get back into the car. And then hopefully we don't park super close to that car. But I just don't want that guy specifically. Yeah, I don't want that guy specifically to be able to tail us if he chases us out. Are there any other similar looking cars to that?
No, that's it. That's actually like the only one. It's a little weird. Like the rest of them are like the construction vehicles, and that's like the only vehicle that sort of stands out as the Mercury Cougar with the. It's like if this was supposed to be like a clandestine organization, it's kind of a car that stands out.
Least stealthy car in the world.
Maybe it would be stealthy somewhere else, just not here.
Maybe in Denver.
Is there anything on the front seat of interest?
Folded up newspaper.
Is
On
it the same
passenger
date
side.
or is there a new one?
New one. It's today's.
But it was from somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
The windows down?
It's from the next town over.
Okay.
No,
Windows aren't down.
Yeah. Windows aren't down. Okay. I was gonna say like maybe there's a key in there. You know, those government types like to keep extra keys.
I didn't bring a coat hanger.
Do you try the handle?
Yeah.
It opens.
This is too easy.
When you don't think anybody's paying any attention, you're not as careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick search to see if I can find like a key or something that can let us in.
Make me a brains roll.
It's a 5.
Okay. You search through. You actually flip down the thing. A set of keys calls out, but it's the keys for the car.
I'll take them anyway.
Okay.
And then I'll join back up with them if they're maybe the keys are good for something else. You never know.
So you're all gonna try and
Wait.
What?
We should check the trunk. We have the keys.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Pop it.
Gemma swallows real big.
You're gonna pop the trunk.
Not looking.
You open it up. Inside the back of this trunk, there are manila file folders.
You can look. Nobody.
Okay, good.
You'd smell
Whoa.
it, I think.
Yeah, I just didn't,
Can I give them
find?
like a quick look to see if anything catches my eye?
Yeah, for sure. You open it up. It is surveillance photos of the outside of the mall. Surveillance photos of the outside of Ollie's Alley. There are, it kind of looks like a weird conspiracy theory board.
Are they like photos of anything specific? Are there people in them?
There's articles about lights in the sky. There is just newspaper clippings about missing people. There is like this sort of like storied history of like everything that sort of like has happened in Quincy in like this sort of excruciating detail.
What government organization is this? Is there anything on it at all to indicate that like it's Scully and Mulder kind of shit, or like,
there like
what
a
are
big
we? What
X
are we?
on it?
There is
Yeah.
nothing that is like, there are no files that are like marked confidential. But there is definitely photos of the exterior of the mall with pictures of men in suits walking in and out.
This is someone watching them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is there another party involved?
The enemy of my enemy isn't my friend until they prove that they're our friend because they stalked us. So
Anybody watching us?
Where are the surveillance cameras? Like for the ones for
There's-
the mall?
In
like
the
what
back
can you see?
also of the trunk, also there is a camera, like a film camera with like a telephoto lens.
Now
Okay,
that
so,
could be handy.
so I'll take that. Is there anything in common with these like missing people? Like any like similar features?
There's an article that there is an article about Kelly's disappearance. There is articles about people going missing in the national parks. There's no real similarity between them. Different ages, different times of the disappearance.
Different hair colors?
Different hair colors. Like everybody
Okay.
sort of looks a little different.
Is
I
there
had a theory,
any
but-
like
They're not
pattern of
redheads.
years?
It was a coincidence that Cherry is a redhead as well as Kelly.
Had a theory.
Is there any like pattern within the years or dates? Like, is it like a second week, or is it like within the same month or season?
It doesn't seem to be any sort of discernible pattern
Okay.
for the disappearance. It's not like in the first season when it was like every 11 years on the dot.
Yeah.
It's worth asking.
Is
It's fine.
there any, now that we're kind of putting some things together, the dude that Gemma startled, they don't match the suit people, do they?
Doesn't seem to be any sort of like discernible. Like, doesn't seem to like, he didn't seem the government type, but he was wearing a suit.
I bet he's here doing the same damn thing we're doing.
In the glove box, is there like insurance information, deed information, anything with a
Gun.
name on it? A gun, you know.
A Walkman.
I don't know, some juicy gossip in his glove box.
Yeah. There is it is registered to a Jonah Gibson.
Jonah Gibson.
Not a person that you know from town.
Gibson. I wonder if it's any relation to Debbie. I met her when I was in New York. Anyway.
So,
You're muted, Chris.
As say anyway, we need to find a way into this mall, and see what we can find out. If they're not related, we can't think about that right now. Like, we focus too hard on that, and it's not going to do us any good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Front door, or do we want to try to go through the side?
There's
Or-
got to be some kind of side entrance.
There's like side or back entrances. There's always loading bays in malls.
Yeah, that's 100%. I was going to say go for the side, because if these are just pictures saying like, hey, these are where these guys are going in, we could just follow those signs.
You make your way to the sort of side of the building, and there is like a service door that is slightly open.
Convenient.
All right.
He was
Well,
just trying to
Jonah,
get in
here we
now.
come.
And you sort of pop open the door just as there is sort of a startled looking man holding a bunch of file folders about to exit.
Hi, Jonah.
Good. I am using my Fifth Amendment right.
Do we look like feds to you?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
You know who we are. Come on. You and I, we had a conversation, what was it, yesterday? A little heart to heart.
You were the scary lady that threatened me.
Yeah. Let's talk. Come on, you guys, inside.
Come on, bud. We're going back in.
Wait. How long have you been here?
He's holding a pile of files in his arms.
Right. I'm still going to ask. How long have you been here? How long have they been gone?
I'm still exercising my Fifth Amendment right.
Yeah, it doesn't work. We're not cops.
Cops don't have
Cool.
to tell you that they're not
I
cops.
wish-
That's how that does work in the movies.
I wish I could tell you that I could be a police officer at 16, 17. I can't. Either way, what I'm saying is the guys in suits who we thought you were, how long have they been gone? We're not asking about you.
They piled out of here in a hurry, fairly early this morning. Actually, well, I mean, some of them did in the...
They went to the caves.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out when they're going to be back.
I mean, it got really quiet. Like, normally they come out for lunch, and they didn't come out for lunch. And then when I decided that I'd come and maybe, like, investigate, and they weren't here. So I thought they didn't leave through the exits like they normally do. Like, there was...
Well, that confirms tunnels.
Yeah.
Oh,
real quick.
Tunnels? There's a tunnel system? Like, under the city?
Do you know anything about the city, dude?
I know a lot of things about the
Did
city.
you do any
People keep going
research?
missing, and, like, that person
And
went
the-
missing, and then you shouldn't exist. Points at Cherry.
And you didn't find out about the tunnels with
Yeah.
all of that?
You read about the city and didn't read about the fact that there's a city under the city?
I didn't get that far.
Okay.
All right, listen, I think both sides of us are like missing some information right now. So don't yell at the poor guy.
Listen, maybe we should... I don't know when the feds are coming back, so maybe we should just...
Well, buddy,
Get-
you're going to have a
get
hard
out
time
of-
leaving.
Real quick. Do you know if the feds have another car?
Well, they had, like, the construction vehicles that they had. There's, like, there was one van that pulled away.
Keys inside, you think?
Maybe?
I'm going to go in and look for
well,
keys.
I mean,
You guys keep
the
talking.
keys are... I mean, they had, like, some keys from the motor pool inside.
Cool.
Cool. I'm going to try and go grab an extra set of keys. You can't take your car, buddy.
What happened to my car?
You followed us in it.
Yeah, some like asshole named Ralph came by and slashed your tires. Sorry to hear about it, bud.
Oh, is that Slimeball Ralph?
Yeah.
Man,
He stole my car too, I heard.
that kid gave me a bad tattoo in the ball pit. I think
That's
he got
cringe.
I've
infected.
got to see.
That's cringe. Who would let that happen?
It's like some mating ritual in town or something.
Okay.
It's not that.
But, I mean, if we all have information, maybe we should share information and collaborate or something.
Yeah, probably just not right here in this doorway.
Yeah, probably best. As you all...
Do you have everything? Or do we need to go in there?
I mean, I got everything about the aliens.
They,
Were there computers
I
in
also
there?
kind of think that they're aliens.
They're going to
well,
be
there's
big
a lot of paper
computers since the
files.
80s.
Travis thinks on this. How close is Bagels?
Not that far, probably about a 5-minute drive.
Okay.
Do I find any keys to any of the work trucks?
Oh yeah, easy.
Okay.
You do find.
All right, I
you
got
do find,
2 sets of keys.
like a GMC Astro van. The keys to
Okay.
it.
Perfect. I come out. We got a van.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What was this guy's name?
His name is Jonah Gibson.
Jonah
Gibson. Let me write that down real quick. Hey, Jonah, you probably should get your info out of your car real quick.
goes and he grabs all the files and he starts carrying them towards his. Man, Slimeball Ralph, why did he slash 3 of my tires?
I know, right? What an asshole. How do you know Slideball?
Like I said, it gave me a tattoo.
He gave him a bad tattoo.
I mean, yeah, but like, you must have known him before that.
I mean, like, I kind of wanted like the lowdown on the criminal element in the town of Quincy, and so I hooked up with Slimeball just a little bit.
My God, the criminal element of Quincy.
He thought he actually had some really good information about the duck. The duck, I think, is an alien. Definitely an alien.
Vroom, the van starts up.
You open up this van, and it looks from the exterior like a van for a construction company, and it's got like the construction company's logo. As you open it up, there is an exit to the back of the van, and inside there is this tech center with parabolic telescope or microphones and like
Hey
spy
Travis,
equipment.
I got
basically.
a scout project for you. Come on.
But there's enough room for all of you to fit inside.
I just want him to see it like it's like the scout
That's
dream.
insurance policy, I think. Where are we headed?
Let's
Criminal
go.
publicity and thought I was a cop.
Let's go to the shop because at least I know that there's probably a way down into the tunnels from there. We might have to break the
Bagels,
wall.
bagels?
But yeah.
All right.
think
Grab a
about
sledgehammer.
Poppy seed?
I saw some tools.
Do you think they got poppy seed?
So
The poppy
listen,
seed
madam.
is actually exceptionally good.
I listen. Thank you. It's the best flavor, arguably.
Unless you have to have a drug test. Anyway,
That's
let's
true.
go.
That is how the government gets you. And you all sort of pile in this van and begin to take off down the road towards Bagels. But as for what happens there, we will have to wait until next time. With our final episode, everybody.
Hopefully Travis can figure out how to work all that equipment in the back.
And we can save the mother.
Save the mother.
And figure out what's up with the duck.
Jonah Gibson is really showing me how cracked we sound.
Yeah.
The duck's an alien.
The duck's probably an alien, though. Like, listen, here's my theories. The duck gives you nightmares. Jonah definitely is uses the conspiracy playlist conspiracy theorist trope.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, that's been our episode, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us with this lovely installment. We'll be back next week. I don't know why my voice did that. That was so weird. We'll be back next week. TPK roleplay.
TPK.
Welcome in just as we're doing our outros. But yeah. Wah, wah. I have been. I'm just gonna go and we'll do our outros. We'll start with Becca.
Hello, I'm Becca. You can find me most places as Cool Armadillo, either with the final zero. What? The final O is a 0 or something. I don't know how I usually say this. Other places you can find me. You can find me in 2 different places on Saturdays. The first one is you can go to any of your favorite podcast streaming services and find me on my podcast Unlikely Adventurers, where me and my co-host Macy just talk about our Lord and Savior Barbie and how she invented barbarians and also created Kenku as they currently are. So if you like that, that's every Saturday. And then you can also find me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, for Shadows of Sharn on twitch.tv / Gamera Zelkong. Got it. Yep. Man, my head is not in the game, but my heart is in the song where I play Galen Lore Morales, an aspiring detective in the big city with a dark secret. Yeah, that's me.
Heck yeah. Next up, we've got Chris.
Well, hello. My name is Chris. You can find me as Omnis_X on Twitter. No underscore on Twitch. You can find me, I think, Thursday. It's going to be 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, basically 11 o'clock for Central Timers like myself, playing more Darkest Dungeon, where hopefully I won't lose any more people because my characters keep having heart attacks, and I'm so close to the end of this game, y'all. Like, I cannot stress how much it's so frustrating to get to like these bosses and then watching them be like, hey, yeah, all of your characters are gonna die. It's a nightmare. But come watch, come chill while I try to be as smooth and delicate with this process as possible.
Hell yeah. Next up, we've got B. Or Brandy.
Hello, everyone. I am B. I can be found on the Bird app as the Kind Ranger, or just Kind Ranger on the Bird app. I don't do much of anything this coming weekend. I'm going to be GMing for Magpie Game Fair, which I'm excited about. But all my games full, so whoops. But my dear friend Autopoet in the Doobly Doo chat going to be in my game. Woo woo. Anyway, yeah, I loved you guys.
We love you too. Next up, we've got Max.
I am Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. Other than being here next Tuesday for the finale, you can also find me on Thursdays doing Room for Everyone with Carrion Comfort Studios, where I play a knight who was once a man and is now a chef and a frog.
I love that so much. And I am your GM for this evening, Anita. You can find me everywhere online at Panita or at Critical Misses, because I am the channel runner for this lovely stream. So you can either find me here in front of the camera or behind the scenes, and just doing gamer stuff. Sup, gamers? If you want to see more of me, I am available to show up as a guest in your live streams. You can follow me on the Twitters to figure out how you can do that. Also, I'm open for commissions for graphic design. So if you like this overlay or any of the overlays you see on the channel, I do all of them. So maybe hit me up. Pay me money so that I can keep living and producing streams. Thanks everybody so much for stopping by and hanging out and chilling with us this evening. We're gonna go on a raid. I think we're gonna go say hi to not very many folks online. Let's say hi to our friend over, our lovely friend over at Madame Gandalf. So we're gonna send some love over there to Alex. Once again, y'all, it's been a blast. We will be back next week with the finale of this lovely chaotic show that we have been telling for the past couple weeks. But yeah, until next time, everybody. What lurks in the Undercity? Bye!
An alien duck, y'all.
An alien. The duck is an alien. Bye.
The duck is an alien.
That's our recall. The duck is an alien. Bye.
The duck is an alien.